So here is our newly renovated micro-imaging center, and as we walk into the front door of the facility, just to the right hand side is Sarah's new workspace. It's very comfortable. Computer terminal. And go to the left hand side is the old laboratory workbench, the one that was existing here earlier. A corner sink and a fume cupboard. And then as I move backwards through the laboratory a little bit further, as we go a little bit to the right hand side again, passing by our new refrigerator, we have a small area here where we can operate our light microscopes and do some staining. And then we have an ultra microtome, which does our thin sections for the transmission electron microscope. Our polymerization ovens sit in a little cubby hole and knife breaker. And as I pan a little bit again, sorry about that, come into a newly renovated small work area where we do our dissections and small tools, that sort of thing. There's the microscope lab itself. Then this used to be a dark room back here, but now it's a workspace for an additional person should we need one in the future. And as I walk through, just take a peek into my office area. So I have a new desk area here with some cabinets, and it's kind of a U-shaped desk area. Here's a picture of my dad just above my workspace. And then in the accessories room we also have some additional computer equipment back there. It's another workspace. There's also a freezer back there. So as I then pan around again, walk outside of this room. Now we're going to walk into the new microscope room. There's our new transmission electron microscope. We have some other equipment in here as well. Just walking into the room now, and I'll do a 360-degree turn. This machine over here is our Vitrobot, or freezing machine. And this machine here is a cryo holder, so that we can actually look at frozen samples in the electron microscope while still frozen. And then we have our scanning electron microscope over here, which currently is not functional. It may be a catastrophe of the move. And scanning around, we certainly have plenty of computers in the laboratory. These are where we do our imaging analysis and tomography reconstructions. And finally, another look at the electron microscope itself. The whole laboratory, of course, is centered around this microscope. In addition, that we just recently purchased was a small, what they call a 35mm camera, but it's not really a 35mm camera. It just fits into a port where an old 35mm camera could be put. But this is a digital camera. It's a $41,000 camera, and it allows us to do fast scan rates, approximately TV image rates, so that we can then look at our samples on the screen live and traverse around on the samples themselves, so that we don't have to continue to go back and forth between the phosphorescent screen and the digital camera. This apparatus back here is the high voltage tank. It's capable of delivering 200,000 volts through that cable up to the top of the microscope, which is where the emission chamber is. That's where the source of the electrons are. And then finally, in the laboratory, this part of the laboratory, we have a small dark room, and we also have the supply unit, the power supply unit for the microscope itself.